You ever wake up in the middle of the night with a sudden, sharp pain in your leg? That kind that makes you shoot up from bed, clutching your calf, trying to stretch it out while muttering a few choice words under your breath? Yeah, if you're nodding right now, you're not alone. Leg cramps are no joke, especially as we get older. They sneak up on you, strike when you least expect it, and make you wonder what on earth is going on with your body. Here's the thing. Those painful cramps aren't random. Your body is trying to tell you something. It's signaling that something's off, that your muscles are struggling, that they're crying out for something they're not getting enough of. Maybe it's a missing mineral. Maybe it's dehydration. Maybe your circulation isn't what it used to be. Whatever the reason, one thing's for sure. You don't have to just sit there and take it. There are ways to fight back, and it starts with what's on your plate. See, food isn't just about filling your belly. It's fuel. It's medicine. It's what keeps your body moving the way it should. And when it comes to keeping your muscles strong and cramp-free, certain foods can make all the difference. We're going to talk about 6 of them. 6 foods that can help keep those painful cramps at bay and keep your legs feeling strong, steady, and reliable. But before we get into the what, let's talk about the why. Why do leg cramps happen more often as we age? Why do they hit us at night? And most importantly, what can we do about it? First off, let's get one thing straight. Leg cramps aren't just some unlucky part of getting older. They're a sign that something needs attention. As we age, a lot changes inside us. Some things we expect, like gray hair and wrinkles, but others catch us off guard. One big change is how our body holds on to essential minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium. These aren't just fancy words on a vitamin bottle. They're the building blocks of healthy muscles. When you don't have enough of them, your muscles get cranky. And when your muscles get cranky, well, you know what happens. Another culprit? Circulation. When we're younger, blood flows through our legs with no problem, bringing oxygen and nutrients right where they need to go. But over time, circulation can slow down. Maybe it's from sitting too much. Maybe it's from a condition like diabetes or varicose veins. Or maybe it's just part of aging. Whatever the reason, poor circulation means your muscles aren't getting the oxygen they need, and that can lead to cramps, stiffness, and that awful, heavy legs feeling. Then there's dehydration. Now, you might be thinking, but I drink water all the time. And that's great. But as we get older, our bodies don't hold on to water the way they used to. We lose it faster, especially if we're taking medications like diuretics for blood pressure. And when your body is running low on fluids, your muscles suffer. They tighten up, they spasm, and they leave you dealing with those painful cramps at the worst possible moments. So, now that we know the main culprits, mineral deficiencies, poor circulation, and dehydration, what's the solution? Well, the good news is that you don't need some fancy supplement or expensive treatment. You can start fixing this problem right in your own kitchen. The right foods can help replenish those missing minerals, improve circulation, and keep your muscles hydrated and happy. In the next section, we're going to talk about the first 2 foods that can make a real difference. These aren't just any foods. They're powerhouses, packed with exactly what your muscles need to stay strong and cramp-free. And the best part? They're easy to find, easy to prepare, and they taste pretty darn good too. But before we dive into those, take a moment to think about your own experience with leg cramps. How often do they happen? Are they worse at night? Do you feel them after a long day on your feet? Or even when you're just sitting still? Your body is giving you clues. And once you start listening, you can start taking action. let's talk about the first two foods that can help keep those leg cramps away. Now, these aren't some fancy superfoods you have to hunt down at specialty stores. Nope. These are simple, everyday foods, the kind you might already have in your kitchen. But don't let their simplicity fool you. What they do for your muscles is nothing short of remarkable. First up, let's talk about bananas. Yeah, I know, it's not exactly groundbreaking. But there's a reason you've heard time and time again that bananas are good for muscle cramps. See, bananas are packed with potassium, and potassium is one of those essential minerals your muscles absolutely need. Think of potassium as the traffic controller for your muscles. It helps manage the balance of fluids inside and outside your muscle cells, making sure everything runs smoothly. Without enough potassium, your muscles get confused. They contract when they shouldn't, and that's when cramps strike. Now here's the thing. As we get older, our bodies don't hold on to potassium as well as they used to. Plus, if you're on certain medications like diuretics, which are pretty common for seniors with high blood pressure or heart issues, your body flushes out even more potassium. So, eating foods rich in potassium isn't just helpful, it's necessary. Bananas are easy. Peel one, eat it, done. But if you're someone who's thinking, I've had enough bananas to last me a lifetime, don't worry. There are other ways to sneak potassium into your diet. Toss sliced bananas into your morning oatmeal. Blend them into a smoothie with some yogurt and berries. Even spreading a bit of peanut butter on banana slices can make for a tasty, muscle-friendly snack. But bananas are just the start. Let's move on to another food that often gets overlooked but deserves a spot on your plate. Sweet potatoes. Now, if you haven't had a sweet potato in a while, you're missing out. Not only are they delicious, with that natural sweetness that feels like a treat, but they're also loaded with potassium, just like bananas. In fact, sweet potatoes actually have even more potassium than bananas. Surprised? Most people are. And it's not just the potassium. Sweet potatoes are also rich in magnesium, another crucial mineral for muscle health. Magnesium works hand in hand with potassium to help your muscles relax. Ever feel like your muscles are tight, even when you're not moving? That could be a sign you're low on magnesium. Without enough of it, your muscles stay in a state of tension, making cramps more likely. The beauty of sweet potatoes is how versatile they are. You can bake them, mash them, roast them. You name it. A baked sweet potato with a little bit of butter and a sprinkle of cinnamon. That's comfort food right there. Roast them with a bit of olive oil and some herbs and you've got a side dish that's not only tasty but also packed with the minerals your muscles are craving. Now, you might be wondering, okay, so bananas and sweet potatoes are good for me, but how much do I actually need to eat to make a difference? Well, you don't need to go overboard. A medium-sized banana a day is a good start. And as for sweet, potatoes, having them 2 or 3 times a week can give your body a steady supply of potassium and magnesium. Remember, it's not about making huge changes overnight. It's about small, consistent choices that add up over time. I know what you're thinking. Can food really make that much of a difference? Trust me, it can. Our bodies are like gardens. If you don't give them the right nutrients, things start to wither. But when you nourish them, when you give them what they need, they thrive. Your muscles are no different. Feed them well, and they'll reward you by staying strong and cramp-free. Now, we've only just begun. Bananas and sweet potatoes are fantastic, but they're just 2 pieces of the puzzle. So, take a moment. Think about adding a banana to your breakfast tomorrow, or picking up a couple of sweet potatoes the next time you're at the store. Your muscles will thank you. And trust me, this is only the beginning. We've already talked about bananas and sweet potatoes, Two simple foods that pack a punch when it comes to preventing leg cramps. But there's more to this story. Your muscles need more than just potassium and magnesium. They need a whole team of nutrients working together to keep them strong, flexible, and cramp-free. So, let's talk about two more foods that deserve a spot on your plate. They might not be the first things that come to mind when you think of muscle health, but once you know what they can do, you'll start seeing them in a whole new light. Let's start with something that might already be a part of your routine: spinach. Now, I know spinach has a bit of a reputation. Maybe it brings back memories of those soggy greens your parents made you eat as a kid. Or maybe you're thinking about Popeye and his can of spinach giving him instant muscles. But here's the thing. There's a reason spinach has been celebrated for generations. It's one of the most nutrient-dense foods out there, especially when it comes to muscle health. Spinach is packed with magnesium, and we've already talked about how crucial magnesium is for muscle relaxation. But that's not all. Spinach also contains calcium, another mineral your muscles need to function properly. You might think of calcium as something that's only important for your bones, but it's just as vital for your muscles. Calcium helps your muscles contract and relax smoothly. Without enough of it, you're more likely to experience muscle spasms and cramps. And let's not forget about hydration. Spinach has a high water content, which helps keep your muscles hydrated. Remember, dehydration is one of the biggest culprits behind muscle cramps. So, adding spinach to your meals is like giving your muscles a double dose of goodness. Hydration and essential minerals all in one. Now, if the thought of eating plain spinach doesn't exactly excite you, don't worry. There are plenty of ways to enjoy it. Toss a handful into your morning smoothie. You won't even taste it, but your body will reap the benefits. Add it to your omelet, mix it into soups, or sauté it with a bit of olive oil and garlic for a simple side dish. Even a fresh spinach salad with a light dressing can do wonders. The key is to make it a regular part of your diet, little by little. All right, now let's talk about another food that might surprise you. Salmon. Yes, salmon. This isn't just about fancy dinners or special occasions. Salmon is one of the best foods you can eat for muscle health, especially as you get older. Why? Because it's rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and those little fats do more for your muscles than you might think. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation in your body. Now, you might be wondering, what does inflammation have to do with leg cramps? Well, a lot. Inflammation can cause muscle stiffness and pain, making cramps more likely. By reducing inflammation, omega-3s help your muscles stay relaxed and flexible. And that's exactly what you need to keep cramps at bay. But that's not all salmon offers. It's also a good source of vitamin D, and that's another nutrient your muscles can't do without. Vitamin D helps regulate the amount of calcium in your blood, ensuring that your muscles get what they need to function properly. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles can become weak and prone to cramping. If you're not eating salmon regularly, now's a good time to start. Aim for at least 2 servings a week. Grilled, baked, or even in a simple salad, salmon is as versatile as it is nutritious. And if you're not a fan of fish, don't worry. There are other sources of omega-3s, like flax seeds, walnuts, and chia seeds. But salmon gives you that perfect combination of omega-3s and vitamin D, making it a powerhouse for muscle health. Now you might be thinking, do I really need all these foods? Can't I just take a supplement and be done with it? And sure, supplements have their place, but food gives you more than just isolated nutrients. It gives you a whole package of vitamins, minerals, and other compounds that work together in ways supplements just can't match. Plus, there's something satisfying about knowing you're nourishing your body with real, whole foods. It's A simple act of self-care that pays off every single day. So now we've got bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, and salmon. 4 foods that can help keep those painful leg cramps at bay. But we're not done yet. Now we'll talk about 2 more. Foods that round out this muscle-friendly diet. These last 2 might surprise you, but they're just as important as the ones we've already covered. Stick with me, because we're almost there. We've covered a lot already. Bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, and salmon. Each one bringing its own unique benefits to keep your muscles strong and free from those painful cramps. But we're not done yet. There are still 2 more foods that can make all the difference. These last 2 might not be the first things you think of when it comes to muscle health. But trust me, once you understand what they can do, you'll want to make them a regular part of your routine. Let's start with something simple but powerful. Almonds. Now, almonds might seem like just a snack, something you grab when you're a little hungry between meals. But these little nuts are packed with magnesium. And by now, you know how important magnesium is for your muscles. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can't relax properly. And that's when cramps strike. Almonds give you a healthy dose of magnesium in every handful, helping to keep those muscles relaxed and cramp-free. But almonds do more than just provide magnesium. They're also a good source of vitamin E, an antioxidant that helps improve blood circulation. And good circulation means your muscles get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay healthy. Plus, almonds are rich in healthy fats, which help reduce inflammation in your body. Remember how we talked about inflammation making muscle cramps worse? Well, almonds help fight that too. The best part about almonds is how easy they are to add to your day. Grab a small handful as a snack, toss them into your morning oatmeal, or sprinkle them over a salad. Just be mindful of portion sizes. Almonds are nutrient-dense, but they're also calorie-dense, so a little goes a long way. About a 1/4 cup a day is all you need to reap the benefits. And now, for our final food, water. Yes, plain old water. It might seem too simple, too obvious, but hear me out. Dehydration is one of the most common causes of muscle cramps, especially in seniors. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes, which means we don't always drink enough water throughout the day. And when your body is low on fluids, your muscles suffer. They tighten up, they spasm, and they cramp. Drinking enough water might sound like common sense, but it's something so many people overlook. And I'm not just talking about sipping a glass of water when you're thirsty. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. You need to be drinking water consistently throughout the day. Start your morning with a glass of water, have another with each meal, and keep a bottle of water nearby as a reminder to take small sips throughout the day. If you're someone who finds plain water a little boring, that's okay. Add a slice of lemon, lime, or even a few cucumber slices for a bit of flavor. Herbal teas are another great way to stay hydrated, and they come with their own set of health benefits. Just be mindful of drinks that can dehydrate you, like coffee and alcohol. Enjoy them in moderation, but make sure you're balancing them out with plenty of water. So there you have it, 6 foods that can help prevent leg cramps in seniors. Bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, salmon, almonds, and water. Each one brings something special to the table. And together, they create a diet that supports your muscles, keeps cramps at bay, and helps you feel your best every day. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Can changing my diet really make that much of a difference? And the answer is yes. Your body is always talking to you, always giving you signals about what it needs. Those painful cramps? That's your body's way of saying, hey, something's missing. And when you start giving it the right nutrients, you'll feel the difference. But here's the thing. It's not about perfection. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start small. Add a banana to your breakfast. Swap your usual side dish for a baked sweet potato. Throw a handful of spinach into your soup. Have a piece of grilled salmon for dinner. Snack on some almonds and drink more water. Little by little, these changes add up. And before you know it, those midnight leg cramps that used to jolt you awake, they'll become a thing of the past. Life has a funny way of teaching us lessons when we least expect it. And one of the biggest lessons I've learned over the years is that taking care of yourself doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes, the simplest things, like the foods you eat, can have the biggest impact. So, take this wisdom to heart. Nourish your body, give it what it needs, and it will take care of you in return. And remember, it's never too late to start. No matter your age, no matter your situation, you have the power to make changes that improve your health and your quality of life. Start with these 6 foods and see where it takes you. Your muscles and your future self will thank you.